Meghalaya government drops Lumpong Deng hotel plan amid public pressure. Nyang Taser festival set for May 8th and 9th near Nongkhilem Wildlife Sanctuary. And civil services play predominant role in implementing government's plans and policies at grassroots level, says Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan. The news in detail with the local news first. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma was felicitated by the All Meghalaya 4th Teachers Association Garo Hills unit in Tura yesterday for rolling out the structure pay framework. In his address, the Chief Minister said over 23,000 teachers have benefited from recent reforms aimed at ensuring timely salaries and improving service conditions. He emphasized the need to focus on student learning outcomes, while Education Minister Lakman Rimboy said the new framework will boost efficiency. The reform, effective April 1st, 2026, has been welcomed by teachers as a long-pending measure.
And all esteemed guests who are that today over 23,000 teachers who have been expecting that consecutive governments will resolve their problem, but could not. I'm very happy that today this government has been able to take that tough decision to be able to resolve the issues of all the SSA teachers, including their 4th teacher, as well as the issue of ad hoc teachers and the Hindi grant and the science grant teachers. And I must take this opportunity to congratulate our Education Minister and all the officers and also our previous Education Minister. Everybody has played a role in making this particular decision a possibility.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma on Monday attended an input distribution program for farmers at SMELC Tura, organized by the Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Addressing the event, Chief Minister said the government is focused on boosting farmers' income through value addition and sustainable practices, noting that over 70% of households depend on agriculture. He highlighted that 62 crores has been invested under the Ginger Mission, benefiting over 19,000 farmers with plans to expand coverage. Inputs including ginger seedlings, vermicomposting support and vegetable seed kits were distributed, with beneficiaries welcoming the initiative for improving livelihoods.
%70% na batte Chokmotan Retsasauni Sotsni Nokdangrang Anchini Game Gitsapan Nokdangrang Punga Aro Yanon Jangitange Dalo Yanon Pangchakinga Aro Yanako Masien Government of Meghalaya Dengtang Chini program Rankutska Anchini Game Gitsakaparang Chini farmers Rangna support ko na tsanga baka program ko tsanga patsingata na dentang ang sini personalized welfare schemes like Focus Plus oni at sini CM Assure program wala ki dentang government ni program policy rang ko tsanga dalo thariye katat scheme rang ko bokote at sini ka make it sa kapanokdang rang na sini man na depet ka dalo taksa kanirang ko potninga.
The Meghalaya government has scrapped the proposed Lumpong Deng island component of the 5-star hotel project at Umiam following public pressure. Speaking to the media, MDA spokesperson Wildlife Mikeshila said the hotel project at the existing Orchid Lake Resort will continue as planned. He added that while the government respects public sentiment, some political parties try to politicize the issue ahead of the upcoming Shillong parliamentary by-elections.
the issue with Lumpong Deng, but they are quite firm that they want the project to continue. But their request from the end is, since there are concerns regarding this particular island, so they request the government that to withdraw Lumpong Deng as of now. So after hearing the concern, and then from the government point of view, since from day one we were very clear that in the original agreement that there from the government side we are quite straightforward. We have said from the day one that there will be no construction in Lumpong Deng. It will be purely experiential tourism. So that's why, since today the Senjuk of Rangbat Shnong came, which are the direct stakeholder of that area. So that's why we thought, since there are concerns from public, because as you all know that we are always, no doubt whatever it is, because whatever we do, we want public to support, and it is for the beneficial for the public. So that's why we thought that it is best at this point of time that we will withdraw Lumpong Deng from this project.
The Green Tech Foundation has called off its 12-day hunger strike after the state government agreed to exclude Lumpong Deng Island from the proposed Taj Resort project at Umyam. GTF Secretary General Ritre Lingdaw said the protest ended after the key demand was accepted, though he criticized the delay in the government's response. He added that while the immediate objective to protect the eco-fragile island was achieved, other environmental concerns still remain unresolved.
In consonance with our demand that Lumpong Deng Island is excluded from the overall development of the said luxury resort and spa. We have taken for the government the most inhumane government that Meghalaya has witnessed.
Yes!
12 long days and 12 long nights for them to get on their knees. The government itself, although we had anticipated that it would collapse after the hospitalization of our chairman, but today, mark my words, the 20th day of April 2026, the government of Meghalaya, the MDA-led NPP government, has now trembled in fear. And as the Green Tech Foundation had took the forefront to raise the green ethics and the sensitivity of Lumpong Deng Island as an eco-fragile system, we had achieved our goal this evening. However, the scam that we had exposed alongside environmental issues is still at large and yet to be addressed.
Deputy Chief Minister Sneo Bhalang Dhar today said the National People's Party is fully prepared for the upcoming Shillong parliamentary by-election, with the candidate announcement expected soon. He alleged attempts to politicize the Lumpong Deng issue ahead of polls and said the party will shortly begin its campaign. Dhar also said the government plans to revise shop rates to implement the polo shop.
Baru aplikasi action ke Southwest ke Meghalaya, kidepan ayah ke serial yaki registration kali jongki hangi kenang bangin yok no ban penyak ya kata ke serial da kata ke serial nomor ban one kit ya umar tu commission ni ti ngakerpat ru ya baru aplikasi action kiba dan kajingan perjumut bakin wan kata kajing suk kajing baki la ban tray ban wan pelabiang syakani kadang katan kajung ni bakin don kata kajing suk jemut bat yang menta kum ki trashnong trajaka ngila pediam pet ban penyak ya kata ka serial lembar bat ya ki kali ki jongki kita ban phano ai kita registration ki jongki hangi na ngiyo no ban penyai na dula shai la chisngi ban penyai yak tak siriam no.
A severe storm with heavy rain hit Maulangba village in West Khasi Hills district on April 20th, damaging around 20 houses including a church and school. 4 members of a family were injured and taken to Civil Hospital Nongstoin, while 2 were shifted to Shillong for further treatment. Fallen trees blocked roads, delaying rescue efforts and worsening the situation for affected residents.
Kayong kasura bikin nek tha tulang dep ayo pra bikin kai mana ya yan dai ngut khun bat kem ya mun sau ni sa phong.
Representatives of deficit grant in 8 schools and colleges in Meghalaya today have opposed the newly notified Meghalaya Non-Government Schools and Colleges Employees Centralized Fund Scheme 2026. Retired Professor B.H. Buam said stakeholders have rejected the scheme, raising concerns over its implementation and deviation from the 2023 draft. She added that issues related to CPF benefits remain unresolved and the matter is currently before the court, while educators have urged the government to adhere to legal directives.
Teachers are suffering. I am suffering. I am going through a lot of financial hardship. And as I said, the escalation, the cost of living, the medical expenses, the other demands are there. Now, will that be realized by the government? And I think they will be realizing, because this is a matter of survival. It is a matter of livelihood. And I put a question, should a tragedy happen that the government should wake up?
The Ribhoi Tourism and Environmental Development Forum has announced the return of the Nyang Taser Festival, also known as the Nyang World Cup, to be held on May 8th and 9th at Yosier near Nongkilem Wildlife Sanctuary. The 4-yearly festival will feature traditional sports, cultural performances, dance competitions and other activities showcasing the heritage of Ribhoi. Organizers have invited locals and tourists to attend the 2-day cultural celebration.
Ribhoi Tourism and Environmental Development Forum kan pelong biang mantau snem ya kanyang taser festival hangtei hapo Yosier hakasinong saiden belong kajincengai tang kumbasan kilometer na surok ba te kum kaseng i khot i wer i phi ki pai ba i bedon hapo ni jela ka jongi mo i bedon hapo district ka jongi ba piniwan manilek kemenlem hakate kasngi ban pensingai nak bantak te tamasa jongan yang taser Uni yang terser udah ujak kenyang ubah jumi sesin sausnem, bat shua ka World Cup ujumi uni. Nampak kata kibrio kibedon hapo katem Ribhoi kamtam kene kijaka kibami ba kijuba me uni ujak kenyang. No ulong ubah kalen ba kiong, bat kalong ru ka snem ka ba shua ban sedang ka World Cup. Ba kibrio ki lek kemen bat kijukot tu uni kenyang utau nyang World Cup. Maka takum kaseng nilayo ban pelong haus nem arajar khatra ya kaneka festival bat mantau snem niyo ban pelong biang haka jingi trilang bat ka Sinong Saiden kaneka program ka bagi pelong in collaboration baka Sinong Saiden bangin pelong ya kane baka program pelong ka itenan bat nama kata i khot i wer i piki pai ba nong Sinong ki bedon hapo ni jela ka jungi hapo pio snow ni ki jing snow na kalenga jungi one ban mark ban lekmen ya ketika.
The Presbyterian Church of India will hold its 46th Biennial General Assembly along with its Centenary Celebration 2026 in Shillong from April 29th to May 3rd. The event, hosted by the Presbyterian Church Pudmuri, will see participation from synods across the country, with the main centenary program on May 2nd at Madan He Maulai. The concluding sessions will be held at Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, Shillong on May 3rd.
The committee members, the invitees, well-wishers, and the delegates of the 46th Biennial General Assembly and the Centenary Jubilee Celebrations 2026 who have made arrangements to attend this auspicious event to be held at our church, the Footmudi Presbyterian Church, Long, on the set date, 29 April to 3rd May 2026. And we believe that this week-long event is significant in itself, as it marks only not the biennial session of the General Assembly, but also commemorates the 100th year of its inception. And we hope and pray that our journey together during this remarkable event will be a milestone leading to yet another landmark in the history of the Presbyterian Church of India. And we wish all of you well, and may you have a wonderful time during your stay in this eventful program.
A look at the regional news. A powerful overnight storm caused widespread damage in Golpara district, disrupting traffic along NH17 in Duthnoi due to fallen trees and electric poles. Several Bihu pandals were damaged, while houses in Krishnai's Vela Khamar area were hit and trees uprooted. Schools in affected areas have suspended classes after roofs were blown away. Authorities have begun damage assessment and restoration work. Moving on to national stories. Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan said that the civil services play a predominant role in implementing the government's plans and policies at the grassroots level. Addressing the Civil Services Day in New Delhi today, Radhakrishnan said that plans can be made in capital Delhi, but fruitful results in remote villages come only when they are implemented in their true sense. He credited Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel as the father of all India services and highlighted India's progress in infrastructure, health and education on the global stage.
Dear officers, as the true implementers of government decisions, your tireless dedication has been the major factor behind these achievements. But still, as I said, we have miles to go. Yes. We should not get satisfied what we have achieved, but we have to remember what we have achieved to keep ourselves moving forward. To move forward with more energy, we have to think about our achievements. But we should not get stopped there, or we should not become a stagnant force. It is a journey of development reaching the lost mile. It is a vision of inclusive growth and development. I urge you all to continue the same level of commitment and integrity in implementing the government schemes so that the benefits truly reach those who need them the most. The poorest among the poor, and their need has to be taken care.
In Tamil Nadu, Union Minister Piyush Goyal claimed a strong wave in favor of the NDA as campaigning ended today. E.K. Palaniswamy criticized the DMK, while Kanimozi highlighted her party's achievements. BJP leader K. Annamalai and PMK's Anbumani Ramados also campaigned, while actor politician Vijay held rallies in Chennai. Over 4,000 candidates are in the fray across alliances and independent parties. Meanwhile, in West Bengal, 152 seats will go to polls in the first phase. News around the world. The United States has expressed confidence that peace talks with Iran could resume in Pakistan as a ceasefire nears expiry. Reports suggest J.D. Vance may travel for negotiations, while Iran is positively reviewing participation, though no final decision has been made. Uncertainty remains despite signs of progress toward restarting dialogue. Lastly, in sports. In IPL cricket, Sunrisers Hyderabad will face Delhi Capitals at Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium in Hyderabad at 7:30 this evening. Yesterday, the Mumbai Indians defeated the Gujarat Titans by 99 runs in a league stage match at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, with Tilak Varma scoring a blazing unbeaten century and winning player of the match. A look at the weather report. In Tura, the minimum temperature stands at 22 degrees Celsius with maximum temperature at 31 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 65%. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature stands at 18 degrees Celsius with maximum temperature at 26 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 50%. Lastly, in Jowai, the minimum temperature stands at 18 degrees Celsius with maximum temperature at 24 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 71% and the rainfall recorded was 1 millimeter. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jowai says generally cloudy sky at most places. Before we conclude, a quick look at the headlines once again. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma felicitated in Tura for teacher pay reform. Meghalaya government drops Lumpong Deng hotel plan amid public pressure. Nyang Taser festival set for May 8th and 9th near Nongkelem Wildlife Sanctuary. And civil services play predominant role in implementing government's plans and policies at grassroots level, says Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan. Dear viewers, with that we come to the end of the news bulletin. For more updates, join us tomorrow at the same time, same channel. Until then, goodbye.